Okay, welcome back to another part of Final Fantasy X-2 Last Mission. Now, last time we left off, we kicked Ultima Weapon's butt, and now, let me just kill this thing first. And now we're on floor 61, and if you remember, and I think you would because I mentioned it like a billion times, and I don't know why I mentioned it so many times. But starting from this floor, we are able to get the Tonberry Treasure. Okay, so how do we get this treasure, you ask? Well, first you kill this King Vermin. I'm just kidding, you don't have to kill any King Vermins. I'm just, yeah, you know. So, first thing you want to do is you must have saved on floor 60. After you defeat the Ultimate Weapon, make sure that you have saved. And if you have saved, let's do this. First, let's use a Find Secret Rooms. Alright, so a portal appears under you, and let's take it. Now, we're looking for a very specific room, and it has to be a room with no enemies in it, basically. And the reason we saved is because if we don't find that room, we can just reload our game so we don't have to find like more of those secret room items. But okay, so I got lucky. I got this room that I wanted to get on the very first shot. Now if you get a room with a bunch of enemies, then you want to load your game and do it again. Do the Find Secret Rooms again until you get this very specific room. It's a bunch of stone pillars or just like rocks in a circle with a stone in the middle. What you need to do when you get this room is destroy that piece of rock in the middle. And when you do, something like this happens. And you want to make your way to the next room, where you find an item here. Let's just see what it is. Restart. Look at that. 9 restart, guys? Really? At this point in the game? No, I don't need it. But like if you do need it, whatever they drop, pick it up. Usually it's like pretty good items too. And once you're done, just give me a second. I actually need to I actually want to level up my Dark Knight a little bit, so bear with me while I do this. I can't be bothered to edit this out, but eh. So we're gonna just quickly make a couple of Dark Knights. Yeah, so once again, if you don't get this room with a bunch of rocks in the form of a circle, load your game until you do. And you will eventually, like the chances are not that bad. So pick up these dress spheres. Or whatever spheres they are, they're like, I don't know what to call them. They're clearly not called dress spheres in this game, but that's what they are in the original 10.2, so that's what I'm calling them. Don't like it? Deal with it. Just kidding. Call them whatever you want. Alright, we're doing more fusing. I find it kind of stupid that you have to unequip before you can fuse. Like, why can't you just fuse the one that's already on you and then
by my light
replace it? This way is like so much more effort. Alright, Dark Knight. Oh, I actually have another spare Dark Knight that I can use for later. I guess that will come later. Let's re-equip that and put the White Mage back on as well.
powers of darkness.
Okay, sorry you had to sit through that, but yeah, I just wanted to do it. Okay, so this is where your save memos come in. Make sure that when you take the elevator back, you save. Use a save memo and save. Okay, so making our way back to floor 61. Let's get out of this enemy's line of sight, and we're going to use another Find Secret Rooms. Let's go. Bing. Okay. So this time you're looking for another room that has no enemies in it, and a bunch of stone pillars. If you don't get one of those rooms, reset the game, load, and keep on doing it until you do get one of those rooms. So let's see if I'm lucky enough to hit it. Nope. Okay. Now if you get a room with enemies, obviously you don't want that. And this game, yeah, this game doesn't give you like its own soft reset. What you're gonna have to do is with your PS3 controller, if you know how to do a reset, it's L1, R1, L2, R2, so all the trigger buttons, and then start select all together, and you'll be able to reset the game just like that. Since I don't really need to show you like all my resetting and whatnot, I'm just gonna cut this part out until I find the next room with a bunch of stone pillars. I will see you guys then. Alright guys, here we go. The next secret room you enter should be this one. You will see kind of like stone pillars in the shape of a cross, and once again we're going to destroy the middle pillar. Now I am not 100% sure if only one secret room can be used per floor to access these rooms. So if after a couple of loads and retries that you don't find this room, then simply just like go on to the next floor. Floor 62 is kind of what I did. But as I remember though, you don't really need to go to the next floor, but you know, if you really can't find it, yeah, just go to the next floor and use a secret room. Just make sure you have saves so you don't have to like find the first one again, obviously. So let's see what this is. Tidying up. I don't need it. Let's continue. Alright, so on our way back, check, elevator, and let's save. Okay, so for the next one, and this is the reason we have 3 find secret rooms, we're going to try it again and hit another room with no enemies and just a bunch of stone pillars. Okay, so it's the same deal all over again. So let's just try it once. Yeah, as you can see, I'm on floor 62 now because I advanced the floor before using another one. You can do that if you want, although I'm not 100% certain if you actually have to do it. It's not a big deal, just go up one more floor. Okay, yeah, as I mentioned, you don't really have to go to another floor. This room, you can kind of find it multiple times on the same floor. But if you don't, again, you can just try going to a new one. Doesn't hurt. Alright, destroy the one in the middle, and this time you will see these stone pillars in the shape of a triangle. So right, I destroy the one in the middle, another room opens, let's go. Alright, that was actually the third room with stone pillars that we found. So what happens now is that a new room appears next door, and we can go through that one. But let's see what this item is first. 4 dressmakers. Oh, that's actually pretty good. I'll take it. Okay, so after you get this, we are going to the next room. What's this? Copy techniques. Yes. This is actually the best item in the game, and I'll show you why very soon. Okay, copy technique says copy 1 item. Now, really cool thing you can do with copy techniques is that you can copy one of your dress spheres that has the highest level, and when it does, so in my case I have a Dark Knight level 18. Excuse me. If I use a copy techniques on it, it will become another Dark Knight level 18. Now I can fuse them and make myself, you know, guess what? A Dark Knight level 36. Now, that's really amazing because now copy techniques lets you instantly double the level of your dress sphere, which pretty much makes the rest of the run really easy. So, yeah, you can do that if you want. For now, I'm just going to break this. Die, golden block. Yeah, money is actually pretty useless in this game. You don't really buy anything at shops anyways. Alright, so it's finally down. And you will be automatically ported to the next map, where some nice music plays. It's kind of like freaky music, but it's also pretty epic music. Alright, so 1 normal Tonberry, 4 Mega Tonberries. Let's get ready for a fight. Okay, Mega Tonberries, as you would expect, are vulnerable to Doom, but I think it takes like 45 turns for them to go down, but you can just put Doom on every one of them and just walk around until they all die. Yeah, you do need to kill every one of them. Okay, well, they can't really hurt me, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Doom on all of these, and we'll come back when I've cleared all these Mega Tonberries, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to sit here and watch me just run around in circles waiting for these Doom counters to go down. Alright, see you soon. Alright guys, so we're almost done here, and just a little bit of advice. It's best to instead of what I did from the very beginning, it's best to actually Doom one of these at a time if you're planning to kill these guys as Doom. Simply because they can actually cast Doom too, which is really annoying, because if they do cast Doom on you, you're gonna have to reset the game. Like, your Doom counter starts ticking down at like 15 or something, and they have 45, so there's no way you can kill them before they kill you. But as long as you get Doom on them and just run away, and if they get too close, push them away or something. Or I took an attack there, but yeah, the chances of them using Doom is not very high. But if they do, like, it's kind of bothersome. So what I do is Doom one of them at a time and just let one of them die at a time, and then cast Doom on the next one, and next one, etc. Until they're all dead. What I'm doing here is just, yeah, pushing them away with the mascot skill, and then just let them come close, and when they do come close, just push them away again. But yeah, any way you want to kill these Tonberries is fine. Just do know that they could cast Doom on you. Alright, so we're pretty much done here. Just one more after this one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, just let him follow me around. Follow the leader, Mr. Tonberry. Too close. Go away. Okay. Well, you're pretty much dead. Ah, stay away from me. Got a hit off? Meh. Alright, so after you've killed all the Mega Tonberries. Yep. Just going to the next room. Oh yeah, you will begin to notice that after a while, enemies will begin to start dropping accessories. And these accessories basically mirror the auto abilities that you have equipped onto your character right now. I'm not going to worry too much about it for now, because we're almost through the entire tower anyways, so... Okay, so just take care of this last little Tonberry, and we'll be on our way. And pick this thing up in the next room. Sniper cuffs. I think it's always sniper cuffs because it has been for the couple of times I've done this. But yeah, once you get this accessory, your trophy should pop, and what it does is attacks will always hit. Meh, pretty mediocre. You don't need to keep it. At least, I don't really care for it. But you do need to pick it up. Alright, so as you exit, might as well save. I mean, you don't have to save now because we're done with this trophy, but just saving so that, you know, if something would happen, I don't have to do it all over again. Alright, so the next couple of floors are pretty boring. The next floor with a locked elevator is 65, so we will see you there. To floor 65. Okay, we are now on floor 65. I am going to explain to you the unlocking conditions for the elevator for this floor. And that guy just cast Doom on me. Damn him. Well, you just have to kill him and the Doom, well, the Doom counter won't go away, but it won't count down anymore. Okay, well, dangerously close, but he'll die before I do, so all good. Okay, yeah. Way too dangerously close. Okay, the thing we want to do to unlock the elevator in this room is very unique. And the elevator is here. I suggest just standing right next to it. And what you need to do is you need to get the founder to appear. Now, if you've played this game normally up till now, you may have already seen the founder once. But basically, it's just Trema from 10.2. The way to get him to appear is you have to pass a lot of turns, or just spend a lot of time on this one floor. The exact number of turns you have to pass, I don't know, but it's just a lot. Basically, if you don't want to run around all the time, hold circle and just spam select like I'm doing right here. Yeah, sometimes monsters will drop in on you, but just take care of them. But passing very, very many turns is what you need to do. And make sure you're close to the elevator while you do this. And that's because once the founder appears, he actually, okay, if you don't go away in 2 turns, as in if you let him hit you twice, then it's actually a game over. You do not want that. Never want that. What you need to do is, once he appeared, you will quickly run to the elevator because by then it will unlock, and after that you can just like go up the elevator and leave him behind. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just like passing a lot of turns, and it actually takes quite a while to get him to appear. So I will see you once he appears. I have passed like who knows how many turns, and you will begin to see a message in the box below that says eerie laughter rings out from afar. That just means the founder is close, and it's gonna come closer, and I wish that guy would go away. Okay, so an intense aura can be felt somewhere on this floor, and ding, that thing will be unlocked. I'm gonna want to be careful because I don't want to have this thing hit me. Alright, so push this guy away. Oh crap. I put myself in a bad position. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to I'm going to pass a turn. Hopefully that guy, yeah, he won't use Doom on me. And watch, as the founder comes closer to you, you have 2 turns to react. And what I mean by this is, the first turn he's going to transform you into a goon. And the second turn, he's going to, well, first he's going to go away after he transforms into a goon.
It's not really my style at all.
Right? Now make sure he does not approach you again after he transforms into a goon. Because if he does, it's game over. You never want that. Quickly take the elevator and get out of here. So that was floor 65. You're going to need to spawn the founder later on too. So for example, for some of the later floors like 77 and 79, you have to spawn the founder in order to advance. So when we get there, I'll show you how to do it. And that is for when we get there, I guess. See you on, what floor are we on? 65? See you on floor 70 when something interesting happens. Okay, it looks like we haven't moved, but we actually went up 4 floors from last time. Alright, so in that time I found an item called Hope, a memoir. These are very useful items. They basically resurrect you when you die, kind of like an auto life. But it also works on like Doom, and it will also work when one of your items, when one of your dress spheres at least, gets destroyed by one of those bomb traps. So in this shop, we should just buy some ethers, and let's get out of here. Alright, so we're approaching on floor 70 where there's another locked elevator. In order to unlock it, you will need to be a goon or a LeBlanc uniform person, whatever. So, the easiest way to do this, obviously, is to use the item called Goon Bookmark. Now, it actually saves this up from many, many floors back. If, for whatever reason, you do not have a Goon Bookmark on floor 70, what you can do is simply remember what we did on floor 65. Oh god, I fell into a pit trap. That's what I'm saying, I really hate those things. Remember what we did on floor 65 and we spawned the founder? Yeah, the first time the founder comes close to you, he is going to transform you into a goon. Under no circumstance should you, well, there will be circumstances, but not now. For now, you never ever want the founder to come close to you a second time. As I said, if he does, game over. You have to start all the way back to where you last saved, or from floor 1, which you definitely don't want. Yeah, but once he transforms into a goon, you just get out of there through the elevator instantly. Don't even think twice about anything else. If you have a goon bookmark, that's perfect because you can just use it and the elevator will unlock. You can just go right through. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And since I'm really annoyed by these traps, I'm going to use this item here. It's called Trap Evading Primer. If you found one, basically when you read it, you disarm all the traps on the floor. Good, no more traps. There's a big rock here. Get rid of it. I hate these rocks. Like, what's the point of having them have so much HP? Ugh, so pointless too. Okay. Oh god, there's an enemy here? That's annoying. Now, as I mentioned way earlier, Machina cannot be affected, well, are not affected by Doom. Which is really lame because look where he's standing. In the event that this happens, our safest bet would be to use... Okay, heal first. easiest way to take care of this guy is to use Mini Demi from Mascot. Mini Demi instantly takes off a quarter of its HP, and basically just keep on using it. Keep on using it until his HP falls really low, then either just use regular attacks to finish him off, or you can use the Black Knight's ability, Dark Knight's ability, Black Sky. Black Sky does pretty decent damage, but since my level is like laughably low right now, level 12 at stage 70, that's so low. Because it's so low, my Black Sky is not going to do a lot of damage. Oh well, I'll still show it off. Let's see, Black Sky costs 80 HP. Same thing with Doom. Do not use the skill if you have less than, well, you can't use it if you have less than 80 HP, but you can use it when you have exactly 80 HP. Do not do it, because if you do it, you die. Which is a pretty big oversight on the developer's part, but it's an old game, forgiven. Alright, so as we arrive to the teleporter, or the elevator, you can either sit here and wait for the founder to show up, or you can use a goon bookmark.
What am I looking at here?
Okay, so that unlocks the lock, and let's go. Alright, so another cutscene. The last one before we hit the top of the tower. Aren't you glad? We're almost done. Just 10 floors to go.
So do you think we're close?
We must be. What's wrong?
It's a secret.
Well, how about I try and guess?
Go ahead, you'll never get it.
Are you sure? We finally get together. But the problem is, Uni and Pain have changed so much that nothing's going right. If we stay together any longer, we're going to fight. And things will just get worse and worse. I just want to go home before we grow apart, any more than we have. Sound about right?
How'd you know all that?
Because I'm thinking the same thing.
Really?
Huh. Why am I not surprised?
We're all so different, don't you think? We all think so differently. I realized that last night when we were fighting. Maybe it was just luck that kept us together before. We were together because we had to be. Maybe the three of us never really got along in the first place.
So you think we're growing further apart? The more time we spend together?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Am I worrying too much?
That's not for me to say.
Riku, you feel the same way that I do. I'm really relieved to know that.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I'm not alone. I'm glad to know that. I was worried what would happen if we got to the top and then saw something we didn't want to see.
I just made that up. Doesn't mean anything.
Well, that's what made me curious about it.
Since when do you worry so much about the future? That's not like you.
Hey, You make it sound like I never think about anything at all, Uni.
Here's what I think. There's a lot we don't know about each other.
Maybe that's why we fight. If that's true, I have a feeling it won't be the last time. So, shall we go? Who knows? If we all make it to the top together, maybe we'll be able to see what the future holds for the three of us.
Okay, that was that cutscene. How are we doing on time? I'm not really sure. Nothing interesting in that chest. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop this part for now, and we will come back next part and finish the rest of Usadir Tower. Yep. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Final Fantasy X-2 Last Mission. We will see you next time. Stay tuned.